they record these things, won't they, these team things, because with the Czechs playing Scotland and Wales and Holland playing the Northern Ireland, they might be useful on the ball pictures. So on the right then, as we welcome you to Zagreb, that's the Dutch side about which there's been such controversy today, although I was told by a leading official the players know very little about it. And there's the man right at the centre of it all, Johan Cruyff, in really appalling conditions here in Zagreb, where it's been pouring with rain since the middle of the day, and the pitch absolutely soaked. The referee tonight comes from Wales, Clive Thomas, with two Welsh linesmen, Mr. Dodd and Mr. Harris. And in fact, the stadium here, less than half full, and you really would expect nothing else in the most appalling conditions you can imagine. After a day of brilliant sunshine yesterday, the Czechs come full of confidence. They've had a brilliant run over the last 18 months or so. They've won something like 20 games without a defeat. And in fact, remember, they are in the same World Cup group as Scotland and Wales. So the Czechoslovakian team with Victor in goal, number 2 Tobias, number 3 Kapčovič, number 4 Ondrus, 5 Ivanic, number 12 Gok, 7 Panenka, 8 Moda, 9 Polak, 10 Masny, the man who caused England so many problems, 11 Nehoda, and for Holland 1 Schrijvers in goal, Subir 2, Rijsbergen 3, Van Cree 4, Krol 5, Neeskin 6, Janssen 7, Rep 8, Cruyff will wear number 9, Van der Kerkhoff 10, and Rensenbrink, the player from Anderlecht who caused West Ham so many problems in that Cup Winners' Cup final in Brussels, Rensenbrink will be the number 11. After so much dry weather over the last few weeks here in this corner of Yugoslavia, maybe the ground has relished this bit of rain, and certainly the ball will be sweeping along the surface here. It could make for a very good game indeed, a fine spectacle between two sides who really know how to attack. The second semi-final, of course, tomorrow night in Belgrade between Yugoslavia and West Germany, but now we are just about to get underway in this game in Zagreb. Holland in the orange shirts and black shorts, attacking the goal to our right. Czechoslovakia tonight, all in white. A throw to Czechoslovakia. Their last defeat for the Czechs was away back in Wembley in October 1974, when Don Reeves' men beat them by 3 goals to 0. Here's Masny, number 10. But a good swift challenge there by Reisbergen. A really pugnacious tackler in defence. Here's Masny again for Czechoslovakia. Oh, and a slip there by the number 7, Panenka. And Kroll giving Shivers a chance to field the ball. Reisbergen. Kroll. The number 4, Van Trey, the sweeper. Reisbergen. Got out very swiftly indeed there by the number 5, Pivanik. Here's Polat. Tremendous little midfield worker, as England know well. So the number 12 got. A long ball trying to find Nehoda. Reisbergen fouling. And Clive Thomas allowing the advantage to be played. So here come Holland again. To the number 8, Rep. Good swift challenge again by Gok. Tim Subir with that throw. And again, Pollock there for Czechoslovakia. Tobias. Flicked out here again to Gok. And onside was Masny coming from deep, and the Dutchman let him go. Van Trey to Kroll. Cruyff. Past one, but not past Pollack. Reisbergen fouling as he went in the air, but in fact it was a free kick to Holland. The foul was by the Moda of Czechoslovakia. A rep now. A throw to Holland. Reisbergen. Forward again, a little touch by Rep. Here's Rep again. Cruyff and Rensenbrink on the far side. Rensenbrink knocking it down towards Cruyff. Steers back successfully to Victor in the Czechoslovakian goal. Oh, a bad throw out by him though. And again the Czechs rescuing themselves as Neeskens was making a dangerous move down that flank. Here's Neeskens with a throw. Neeskens again. Ball still in play. Victor just palming it away before Cruyff could get to it. Here's Kroll. And Pollack foul on him. Free kick to Czechoslovakia. Beaten in the air by Subir, just as Rep was beaten by Gok. Nehoda. Number 8, Moda. Very difficult to keep a footing there, and that cross is far too deep. A goal kick to Holland. Last met the Czechs in 1972 in Prague, when Holland won 2-1 with goals by Cruyff and Neeskens. Reisbergen. Van Trey. Trying to find Rensenbrink on the far side. Cut out well though by Kapčovič. Cruyff. Cruyff, and that really had Shriver's going. Nehoda. Great shot there by Dubai. Nice serve in. Rising is flagging, but Clive Thomas believes in giving this game a go and allows play to go on. Cruyff putting the ball into touch throw. Well, the Czechs certainly showed they can break dangerously. Dubai, the man, the number 2, who we expect to be marking Cruyff. Some space on the left, and he really hit a firm shot that had Shriver's worried. Here's Gok with the throw for Czechoslovakia. Masny. Van Frey. Neeskens touching it back again, this time for the number 7 Janssen. Subir. Neeskens losing it out though to the number 7 Panenka. Tobias. And now Post. Pivanik making a run on the side, beaten away. Rep. A throw to Holland. Throw to Van Trey. Cruyff looking to take delivery and getting it. Chip on the far side there. And a header well taken by Victor from Neeskens. Now Cruyff again. Rensenbrink away on his left, and Cruyff beaten back that time by the number 3 Kapčović. Well, they're making some good breaks from the back here. And that time it was knocked away by the number 4, Ondras. Good run there by Kroll. So a throw to Holland. About 7.5 minutes gone. Kroll playing it back again. Cruyff turning it in towards Rensenbrink. He got the header in, but they allowed it to go through to Victor. Moda. Nehoda up ahead of him, so too is Masny. Now Nehoda. Moda. A bit of a trip by the Czech. And a free kick to Holland. Good to see that Clive Thomas, the referee from Wales, already giving the game every chance. He's ignored his linesman on a couple of times because he's felt that the foul really isn't none too severe and prefers to keep in tune with the game and keep it moving. Back with Pete Shrivers now for Holland. Tobias going for this ball. Played back to Ondras, the most skillful of players, and he's got caught out there and it'll come to Gok. Masny on the far side, does so a nice touch by Masny for Pivanik. Fair-haired defender who obviously relishes a little bit of attacking as well, and has won a corner for Czechoslovakia on the far side. Dare say we should see Ondras coming forward for this one. Indeed, he's just coming into the right of your picture now. The big number 4, 6'3" of him. Nehoda's up there. Polak in the Dutch 6-yard area. And Moda making a break from deep. Kroll getting it away for Rensenbrink. Tobias turning it back. Oh, good play again by the Czech. Pivanik taking a nice little touch from Masny once more. Pivanik, a free kick, a foul against the Dutch. A free kick to Czechoslovakia. Which Polak will take. It's low towards Masny. The Dutch had trouble getting that away. Lovely ball swung out there by Cruyff for Sylvia, the number 2. And a corner now for Holland. Ball coming off Nehoda, who got back very quickly, but a beautiful swinging pass there from Cruyff. Sylvia with the corner. Playing it short here to Van Cree. Quarter of an hour gone, or rather 10 minutes gone, no score. Cut out nicely there by Janssen. Now Neeskens. Touch for Rensenbrink. Cruyff on the far side again. A little bit of arrogance there, walking along with it, teasing Masny with it, playing it along the ground to Rijsbergen, but Janssen couldn't pick it up, and the ball was in. Gott. Neeskens. Long shot, but wide. Johan Neeskens, Barcelona. That'll be a goal kick to Czechoslovakia. Andrus with it. Well taken on his body there by Masny. Polak. Pivanik. Really making some excellent breaks down that right, Pivanik. Causing Rensenbrink to go right back with him, and Rijsbergen to fill in behind him. Still Pivanik, but getting it back, but not really where he intended. Rijsbergen. Janssen going for it, but is fouled, and a free kick to Holland. Janssen. Throw. That'll come now for Panenka. Moda for Czechoslovakia in the white, setting up another attack. And they've got a few up as well. Rijsbergen winning it. And Tobias now for Czechoslovakia. Moda having won the ball well there. Back for Andrus. Panenka. Moda making a run forward. The far side, Masny. Still Masny. Not a bad cross as well. And Schreiber's in trouble. Tobias missing his kick. And Holland will get it away again with Neeskens. Schreiber's has had one or two problems with his handling, and he had more problems there. And now Masny. Rijsbergen after him. Tough character this Rijsbergen. He won that fairly according to the referee. And set up another Holland attack. The whistle suggesting that most of the Yugoslavs will be on the side of Czechoslovakia here tonight. Beautiful ball again from Cruyff. Now can the cross come in? It has towards Rensenbrink, and Andrus getting it away, not very far. It's with Polak. Tobias just sticking out a boot and getting it away to Nehoda. Moda now to Masny. Nehoda again for Czechoslovakia. Masny. Polak. Into Masny. And Rensenbrink beaten by Polak's challenge. And the ball coming for Nehoda. Now Moda. Czechs playing like a side that's full of confidence at the moment after this good long run of theirs without defeat. And having beaten the powerful Russians in the quarter-final, well, they've every reason to be confident. And it's with Polak now. Not a very good cross, though. Rijsbergen neatly behind it. And Neeskens with a chance to bring it away. A touch for Van Cree. Rep. goalkeeper, but fortunately wide of the goal as well, as Victor has started to come out. So a free kick to Holland, which Johnny Rep will take. Twice in a dangerous position. Renson brings right up there as well. Hit low, Tobias. Oh, he could be in trouble. He could put himself in trouble there, or else his team, but in the end, Pollack got it away. Now Panik. Hoda outside him. But that's Van Crey. Van Crey again. Forward for Cruyff. Van der Kerkhoff right up there. A brilliant piece of running here by Van der Kerkhoff, and he's got it back so that Victor might be in trouble here. Rensenbrink was right up there, but he couldn't finally put it in. But the whistle had gone for a foul on the Czechoslovakian goalkeeper. Tremendous run there by Willy Van der Kerkhoff. Ivanik for Czechoslovakia. Pollack. Foul by Van der Kerkhoff. And Ivanik leaving it to Pollack. A throw to Holland. There with the throw. And Schreibers. Man has taken over from Jean Blod since the World Cup in the Dutch goal. Rijsbergen. Soubier making the run for him. And Rep very strongly challenged there. But a throw for Holland. Tobias turning it for Nahuda. Masny outside him. Here's Masny, number 10. Rijsbergen watching him closely. But still, Masny got a good cross in. And here's Pivanik now. A chance to tee up a shot. And he took it far too far. Well, he was far too casual there, the Czech number 5, Pivanik. After Masny had done so well down that left touchline. And now here's Rob Rensenbrink for Holland. And Goff letting it go, not quite sure what to do. Neeskens hurled in towards the near post, and Victor gathered that well under difficult conditions. Very difficult for goalkeepers. The rain still pouring down here in this Dinamo Stadium in Zagreb. Foul by Van der Kerkhoff, a free kick to Czechoslovakia. Panenka with it. Nahoda. Back for Goff. Free kick to Czechoslovakia, fouled by Neeskens. Rep, rather turning it back to Soubier, but a free kick for a foul. On Nahoda, giving Czechoslovakia another free kick. Pollack on the far side, Masny, Andrus, needless to say, coming forward again from the back four. Panenka with the free kick. Curl towards Andrus. Oh, and a goal there! A goal for Czechoslovakia. The big defender has done it. Andrus, the man who scored it. Well, the Czechs have threatened once or twice. They put the Dutch under a lot of pressure already, and that's the free kick coming in beyond the reach of Schreibers. And that's 1-0 to Czechoslovakia with 20 minutes gone. So many people looking forward the neutrals at any rate to a repeat of the World Cup final on Sunday in the final of this tournament between Holland and West Germany. I've had a suspicion, and I think a lot of people have as well, that we might well see that in the third place match on Saturday. The Czechs, so easy to underrate them, having such a tremendous spell at the moment. And remember, of course, that Yugoslavia, in front of their own vociferous crowd, take on the West Germans tomorrow night. They could well turn the Germans over as well. But the Dutch have got a tremendous amount of experience, and they'll need it now against this confident Czech side. The ball now with the number 7, Panenka, for Czechoslovakia. Challenge, though, by Van Krij. And Tobias with the throw. No, he's going to leave it instead for Goff. Well, Willie Ormond, the Scottish manager, is here because, as I've said, Czechoslovakia in the same World Cup group as Scotland and Wales. And I would think he'd be fairly impressed by their organisation and the speed with which they burst out of defence already in the first 20 minutes of this game. And I'm sure he'll have noted the danger of Ondras when he comes forward for set pieces. Here's Ondras now on the ball for Czechoslovakia to Goff. Good run again this time by Masny, brought down by Rijnsbergen. Leon, said Clive Thomas, the referee from Wales. Goff, Panenka, Tobias, a back heeler there, and a throw to Holland. Janssen with it. Neeskens to Rep. Tobias, Goff. Now Masny, onside, beautifully timed run. Will this be number 2 now for Czechoslovakia? Too far, Shriver's a chance to come out. Well, Masny could so easily have made that too, but the pressure was really on him with the defender breathing hard at his neck, and Shriver's coming out quickly. Here he comes again. He pushed it just a little too far ahead of him, in fact. Czechoslovakia. Goff will take it. Panenka. Back again for Panenka. From Moda. Dolbeus. This time Kroll sending Cruyff on his way. Now can Cruyff conjure up something for Holland here? Katkovic is with him. And finally gives away the corner on the far side to Holland. Still the rain comes flooding down as Holland get the corner on the far side. Cruyff and Van der Kerkhoff are across there. Victor is the man they hope to put under pressure, the Czech goalkeeper. Cruyff then with the corner. Rensen brings right in there, so is Neeskens, in a bad corner it was, but a throw to Holland. Back for Cruyff again from Janssen. Time the cross cut out by Pivanik. And here's Nehoda. Polak. Ruud Krol there, one of the World Cup stars for Holland, back to Shriver's. And now here's Neeskens. Rensenbrink. Curl with that lovely left foot of his. Cruyff trying to play it back again, and in the end Kapkovic turns it back to Victor. Tobias. 1-0, 19 minutes, Ondras, with 25 minutes now gone. Pivanik. He attacks with a lot of determination down that flank. The ball still in play. And tackles back with a good deal of determination as well. A little too much there for Clive Thomas, and a free kick for Holland. Under this one, but Andres judged it better. Panenka, Neeskens losing it to Masny. Silvestin very quickly playing a nice 1-2 there. Here come Czechoslovakia again, playing some nice stuff, almost in Dutch style there until Reisbergen cut it out, and Schreiber's in a lot of trouble there as Moda went in. I think the Dutch goalkeeper's been hurt by that, needing a bit of attention, and certainly back passes are difficult to judge on this soaked surface now. And Moda, I think, explaining there to Clive Thomas there wasn't much he could do about it. It was a 50-50 ball that he had to go for. The World Cup final goalkeeper is the goalkeeping substitute. So here's Holland now in the darker shirts of orange and black shorts, attacking the goal to our right, but a goal down. Czechoslovakia leading 1-0. Johan Cruyff. Lovely ball again there, played by Cruyff towards Rensenbrink, and again a good safe catch by Victor. Cruyff, very deep this time. Rep playing it inside, and Polak, a nice little touch there, Moda onside. Having quite a wrestling match there as well, and the referee allowing it to go on Clive Thomas, and so it's Masny now for Czechoslovakia with Nahoda in the middle, and a corner for Czechoslovakia. Clive Thomas's refereeing in the last year that he's given the game every chance. He'll keep it going whenever he can. And I think most people appreciate that. It's been a marvellous season for him, the referee there, on the bottom right of your picture. Clive Thomas. Semi-final of the European Cup we have between Bayern Munich and Real Madrid. Our own cup final, Southampton, Manchester United. And now this game here. And that hit a piece of the stanchion on the back of the goal. So a goal kick to Holland. Some 6,000 Dutch supporters have come to Yugoslavia for this game. And here's Reisbergen. To Sorbia. Reisbergen again. Again a strong challenge there by Moda. Reisbergen, played forward to Rensenbrink. Played back again for Cruyff. Hurled with the outside of his boot, Rensenbrink touching it down again. And deflection there that finally comes through once again to Victor. Severe chasing, and he's given away a corner. Again, as I say, back pass is difficult to judge, and Subir under a lot of pressure there from the Czech number 11, Nahoda. So half an hour gone, and Czechoslovakia 1-0 ahead through Andras. Scored with a header from a free kick. You can see how that rain is piling down on that track beyond the byline as Czechoslovakia get another corner. Again, Andras has gone up for it, hit towards the near post, Reisbergen away. After a day of brilliant sunshine yesterday and the promise of more tomorrow, he just chose the wrong day for this game. And a goal kick to Holland. To be taken again. Andrus again winning it in the air, but only at the expense of a little nudge on Neeskens, giving Holland this free kick. Cruyff has already made a run, but Tobias was there just to flick it away to Pollack. Nehoda. Kroll is there with him. Pollack coming up in support. Moda's up there too. Panenka's up there too. The Czechs have got 5-6 players up. Ivanic. Back for Andrus. Well, they've given that away again. Subir though. Kroll. Van Krey to Janssen. Goch might well be happy to let that one go if it carries. No, it won't. But an unfair nudge there on the Czech defender there by Johnny Rep. Panenka, Tobias, Panenka. Back to Tobias for number 2 again. Played for Goch. Played with confidence to Masny. Played forward, not quite accurately enough there towards Panenka. Off Subir for a Czech throw. Stolen about 10 yards there. Goch with a throw. Nehoda. Ball with Van Krey. Beaten by Goch. Masny after it. And onto it like a flash. This could be the next one. This could be the next one. Nehoda just beaten away. Masny really is at the heart of everything for Czechoslovakia. And he pounced on that slightest mistake in that Dutch defence. We'll see it again now. Slight hesitation there. And just look how quickly Masny's there. Taking it to the byline. Pulling it back. First man Moda couldn't quite get there. Nehoda almost got there, but the Dutch defender just saved it. And it's Rijsbergen who is in a bit of trouble, having made that last-ditch clearance for Holland. And the Czechs really looking supremely confident side, a side that was voted the national side in Europe of 1975 after their tremendously long run. And it's beginning to put in perspective a little bit the fact that they defeated England. Well, Rijsbergen's all right. The corner taken. And Rijsbergen heading it away. Here's Pollack. Tobias. A little flick for Pollack again. He's onside. And a good break from the back by Tobias. And they really have got this Dutch defence worried. They are chasing and hustling and harrying and not giving the Dutch any time at all to settle. They pounced on it again. And here's Nehoda taking it up again for the white-shirted Czech. Oh, yes, I thought there was a foul there by Pollack. Quite rightly given by the referee. By Thomas, although the Yugoslav crowd are not happy about it. 10 minutes to go to half-time, and Czechoslovakia thoroughly deserving their 1-goal lead. Cruyff playing very deep at the moment, and well beaten by Moda. Now it's with Pollack. Forward now, and just look at the space there for Moda. Nehoda's in the middle too. Masny with the shot just over the top. Applause all around this Dynamo Stadium for the way the Czechs are playing here tonight. A side that has really got this World Cup finalist team of Holland considerably worried. Reisbergen, you can see, hobbling quite badly after that last ditch of a save of his a moment ago. Janssen to Cruyff. And when Cruyff is in the side, you never know. A handball by Pollock, a free kick to Holland. Reisbergen off the field at the moment. Holland down to 10 men as he gets some treatment. And Cruyff now with one of these free kicks of his. Could well use the outside of the boot as he does it again, curling it there. Neeskens is right in there. Andrus there, heading it away. De Bias trying an overhead kick. And a dangerous kick there by Andrus, giving Holland a free kick right on the edge of the area. It could hardly have been closer to a penalty. And a bit of pushing and shoving going on there as the Dutchmen want to organise this free kick. And the Czechs want to delay them. In fact, there's a Dutchman on the ground. Now, whether that happened in the skirmishing we saw just a moment ago, or whether that happened, I would imagine, as De Bias probably tried that overhead kick of his. So this could really be a dangerous moment. You can see it could hardly be more central. I think it's Janssen who is the injured man. Number 8, Rep. And the Czechs beginning to form their wall with about 8 minutes to go to half-time. And in fact, it looks as though Reisbergen is coming off. Cruyff, in fact, is coming across to have a word. And they'll bring Wim van Hanegem on. Reisbergen going away, Van Hanegem, the substitute, coming on for Holland. I don't see Van Hanegem on there yet. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. No, he's not on yet. But there's a free kick that's very much on. Neeskens and Cruyff are standing over it. Cruyff just wanting to play it short for Neeskens, through the wall, past the post. But also just clipping a Czech defender, giving Holland a corner. Now Van Hanegem is coming on. But Rensenbrink will take this corner for Holland. Van Hanegem is now on. Rensenbrink with the corner. And Rensenbrink with a chance to turn it again. Come this time for Soubier. De Bias desperately trying to get the ball away, and it comes off a Dutchman for a throw to Czechoslovakia. So whistling there by Clive Thomas, and he's calling De Bias towards him. Must have been some scuffling between De Bias and Johnny Rep. Because that's where the action is there, not where the throw was about to be taken. Interested to know what the language was that Clive Thomas, the Welshman, was using there, but I hope he got his message across. And the play underway again now with a throw which Panenka has now given to Bloch for Czechoslovakia. Nice little touch on there by Nehoda. Masny brought down, and a free kick. 5 minutes to go to half-time. The rain still thundering down. Czechoslovakia leading by 1 goal to 0. Neeskens cutting that one out. De Bias. Polak. Pivanik did well there. Murders out there. Pivanik. Playing well, De Bias. But his long cross, put in early, was fruitless because there were no white shirts waiting in the middle. Willy van der Kerkhoff to Wim Soubier. Johan Neeskens to Ruud Krol on the far side. Van Hanegem. Krol. Van Krij leaving it for Cruyff. Wants to mastermind it all. In fact, Cruyff has played rather disappointingly in the middle of the field. I think he might well be pushing himself forward a little more, I think, as this game progresses. Certainly if the score stays as it is, 1-0. Cruyff now trying to get number 7 Janssen away. But But again, the white shirts were well formed and the pass really wasn't on the target. And this is Ivo Victor, the Czech goalkeeper. Goch, Ondras. Goch again. Panenka giving it to Johnny Rentz. Rensenbrink away on the left. Cruyff is right up there too. Here's Cruyff. A little dummy. Trying to find Rensenbrink. He might find Rep. Pivanik there though for Czechoslovakia. Lines and flagging for an indirect free kick on the far side to Czechoslovakia. 4 minutes to half-time. Pivanik, number 5, with it. Touch on by Nahoda, but Wim Sobir is there for Holland. Goch pouncing on that one for Czechoslovakia. Murder. Masny making nothing of it. Took quite a clip there from Sobir as well. Van Hanegem, that famous left foot of his, this time trying to find his number 10, Willy van der Kerkhoff. Throw to Holland. Sobir with it. Neeskens. A touch, this time for van der Kerkhoff. A throw to Holland. Van der Kerkhoff with it. Janssen playing it back to van der Kerkhoff. Coming off Goch for another throw. Janssen again. Corner. Well, with something like 2 minutes to go to half-time, so important for Czechoslovakia to go in with that psychological one-goal lead at half-time. Van der Kerkhoff with a corner. Floated towards Victor. Punched out, but not very far, but fortunately for him it came to a white shirt, and away go. 3 of them now, against 1 for Holland. It's Masny leading the charge. Nahoda's right in there. Played now for Nahoda. Play on, says the linesman. Nahoda trying to get the shot in, but it was blocked, and Holland can breathe again. Tremendous break out of defence there. 3 against 1, and maybe they would have hoped to have done a little more with it than they did. Cruyff now for Holland. Throw right up. Indeed, there were a lot of Dutch defenders caught up there. Van der Kerkhoff. Played for Sobir. Rep. Van der Kerkhoff. Pushed onto this right flank now, Van der Kerkhoff. Victor, so important to get that body behind it as the ball skids off this very wet surface. Yes, more than 4 steps, I thought so, and Clive Thomas was looking hard at him. And this is a free kick to Holland inside the Czechoslovakian penalty area. Whistles all around. As you probably saw yourself, referee absolutely right. So, Victor, the man who is punished, will he be punished still more now as Holland gets this free kick right on half-time. Van Hanegem, I notice, is lurking to the left of Cruyff with that tremendous left foot of his. It's an indirect free kick. Janssen is also there. I imagine Cruyff will play a short one to Van Hanegem. Which he has. Van Hanegem shot trying to curl it. Oh! And the ball came off Neeskens with Victor on the ground, and Victor managed to pick himself up in time to get it away. Foul and a free kick to Holland. Quickly taken. Sobir. Oh, a missed kick there. But Victor behind it again for Czechoslovakia. Panenka for the Czechs. for Andrus, scorer of the only goal so far. Gork, he daren't play it back because there were 3 Dutchmen attacking him. But he's got a throw. Look at the water that's fallen on Zagreb in the last 8 hours. An overcast, dry morning and flooding rain ever since midday. Now Van Hanegem to Krol. Cruyff is right up ahead of him. Into injury time now at the end of this first half. Well, Andrus was very nearly caught out there by Willy van der Kerkhoff. Pivanik only giving it to Cruyff, and that can be a very dangerous thing to do. As Cruyff curls another one in there, and Andrus whacks it away, but there'd been a foul by van der Kerkhoff. And a free kick to Czechoslovakia. Played back to Victor. Masny. Pivanik. The long ball towards Nahoda. Holland, in fact, have had their best spell in the last 5 or 10 minutes. But I still, as we come towards the half-time whistle, get the feeling that the Czechs just about deserve their 1-goal lead. Certainly it's they who've had the clearer chances. Clive Thomas looking at both his linesmen to make sure the time is up with them, and time is now up with him as well at the end of the first half. Czechoslovakia going in at half-time in this European Championship semi-final, leading Holland by 1-0. That goal scored by Andrus, the Czech defender, after 19 minutes. We'll be right back with you with the second half. Welcome back to Zagreb, where we've got the weather that the Gardens of England have been crying out for the past couple of months or so, and still a scoreline, of course, that gives Czechoslovakia in the white, leading Holland by 1-0. Czechoslovakia attacking the goal to our right. The goal scorer, Andrus. Here's van der Kerkhoff. To Van Hanegem. Played back again to Van Hanegem. Again, that left foot of his finds Krol this time, right up there. Pivanik backing off him. Cruyff. Flicked there with the outside of the boot and a good fist away, though. It hasn't gone very far. Masny on the far side. Oda finally pushing it too far ahead again. And Neyskens. Interesting to note that with Reisbergen off, in those minutes that remained at the end of the first half, that Neyskens, of all people, a very talented midfield player, was put into the back 4, and he's in the back 4 again now. It obviously means that they have another defender as a substitute, which seems a rather surprising thing for the Dutch to do in a match of this importance. So Neyskens, the number 6, is in the back 4 in place of Reisbergen, off injured, with, of course, Van Hanegem taking Neyskens' place in the middle of the field. A free kick to Holland. Cruyff looking very businesslike indeed, about to take it. Rep is in there, so too is Van Hanegem. Janssen as well. And in fact it was not just past there, it was by Willy van der Kerkhoff. A goal kick to Czechoslovakia. Played Holland 4 times since the war, 1-2, lost 2. The Dutch have won the last 2. Andrus with the kick. Krol with a header. Tobias to Pollack. Rensenbrink turning it on there for Janssen. And Pollack giving away a free kick. So a free kick to Holland. Taken quickly. Van Hanegem Cruyff trying a shot. Victor only half saving and then grabbing it at the second time, and some punching going on there involving Andrus. Victor was really in a lot of trouble there. He only half stopped that shot. And the goalkeeper, I think, in a bit of trouble there. Andrus still explaining something to Cruyff, who's arguing a little bit as well. It was in fact Rensenbrink who was the Dutch player involved with Andrus. And in fact Andrus now being called to Clive Thomas. And I think you can see Clive Thomas's left hand going, saying not too much of the chat. So Czechoslovakia's free kick, and a long one it is too. Good jump though by Krol. Janssen missing his kick for Holland. Pollack getting there before Van Hanegem. Played forward by Tobias, and there's Neeskens in the back four there, turning it to Subir. Cruyff. Cut out by Andrus. And away come Czechoslovakia again. Tobias. Played for Masny. Tobias again. Again it's Neeskens there. And a foul though by Pivanik, which Van Hanegem will take for Holland. Van Kree. Cruyff. Challenge from behind, which was unfair there by Kapkovic. Another free kick to Holland. Cruyff wanting to take charge of it. Number 9. Telling Pollack to get away. Supported by the referee in that. Curled. They get it away. Neeskens trying to play it wide there towards Subir. Nahoda cutting it out. They can be very dangerous on these breaks. Looks to me, yes, offside. Good decision by the Welsh linesman on the far side. Nahoda just offside. The ball moving while the free kick was taken. The linesman flagged. The referee said play on. Kroll. And Pivanik's feet way up around Cruyff's ribs. Another free kick to Holland. Played for Rob Rensenbrink. Johan Cruyff. Pollack challenging him hard and challenging him unfairly. Another free kick to Holland. And Pollack not wanting to get 10 yards off the ball. I think he's going to get the yellow card. Cruyff saying, for goodness sake, let us get that free kick quickly taken. The yellow card is out for Pollack, the number 9 of Czechoslovakia, for refusing to get away from the ball when Holland wanted to take that free kick. Neeskens and Cruyff are behind this kick. Are we going to see something devastating now from Cruyff? A little chip forward, and the Czechs had a lot of trouble getting that away. In fact, it was Tobias who got his foot to it. Kroll with a throw. The Dutch looking much more businesslike in the opening 6 minutes of this second half, but still this goal down as Neeskens hits it in there. A little touch on the far side now for Van Hanegem. Played back again for Subir. Andrus there with a header, and a corner now to Holland. Good start for the Dutch in this second half. They'll be looking a lot to their 3 fantastic attackers, Rep, Cruyff and Rensenbrink. 3 Dutchmen who play their football outside Holland to restore this game for Holland. Panenka getting that one away though. To Moda. Rep, of course, who plays in Spain with Valencia. Cruyff in Spain with Barcelona. And Rensenbrink, as all West Ham fans know, in Belgium with Anderlecht. Janssen winning that challenge. Rep. Long cross coming in again towards Rensenbrink, but Andrus was there. Kroll to Cruyff. Masney couldn't quite make anything of it. A foul, says referee Clive Thomas, by Kroll on Masney, who I fancy is making a meal of that one. But certainly a very good start for Holland in this second half. And you can just see that the rain, if anything, is harder than ever. Quite amazing that there is as big a crowd as there is here in a stadium that seats 64,000, and there is very little, it's pretty well all of it. I should think about 90% of it in the open air. Just one small roof, fortunately over the commentary positions here for Europe's television commentators and for the press. Ivanik with the free kick for Czechoslovakia. Push on Naiskins by Nahoda. Kroll will take it. Naiskins forced to play it back inside here now for the number 4, Van Krey. Van der Kerkhoff. Van Krey. Subir couldn't gather it. A throw to Czechoslovakia. Subir nodding it sideways. Van Hanegem. Janssen. Chip forward there. A nice piece of play here by Holland as Rep tries to get it in. And Tobias can bring it away now, and there with the back heeler find Goch for Czechoslovakia. Nahoda. Panenka. Ball kept in play, but the route back to his goalkeeper is cut out by Cruyff. Tobias nodding that down very accurately. Back for Van Krey. Long ball towards Cruyff. Beaten by Andres, all 6'3" of him getting up there above Johan Cruyff. Murder. Touch back again for Pollack. Masney on the far side, Nahoda onside, played there by Naiskins. And a bad shot. A little disorganized there. Half the, well, maybe 3/4 of the Dutch defense came forward trying to catch Nahoda offside. Naiskins, who is not really used to playing in the back four, was the man who stayed behind and played him onside. Andres underneath this one before Rensenbrink can get there. Panenka. Andres again. And I think he might well have... Quite a knock there. I think it was Rep. No, it's Van der Kerkhoff who was following through with that challenge and may have left his boot there just a little, or his leg there just a little too long. Cruyff doing a lot of complaining. Now I'm wondering what the referee, who he's calling towards him. He's calling, in fact, the Czech trainer on. Just wonder whether he took any action against Van der Kerkhoff there. Well, we've had 12 minutes of this second half. And still Holland really haven't raised their game to the level that we saw certainly during the 1974 World Cup. And the yellow card, in fact, has been given to Van der Kerkhoff. Clive Thomas indicating to him that he felt that that was an over-the-top tackle. So yellow card to Van der Kerkhoff, and I noticed too that Holland are warming up Hales, who is one of their top strikers. And I think the top scorer in Dutch football this last season. Pollack. And here's Neeskens. Oh, that was a late challenge there by Pollack. And I think the yellow card's coming out again. And Pollack being called with a red card. Pollack is off with that challenge on Neeskens. Masney complaining to Clive Thomas. Well, it was certainly a very, very strong challenge there by the Czech number 9. Jaroslav Pollack sent off the field in this European Championship semi-final. You saw Hales also, the blonde-haired Dutchman, warming up, waiting to come on. Pollack sent off. Czechoslovakia now down to 10 men, still with this precarious 1-goal lead. And 15 minutes of the second half gone. He'd given him the yellow card for not standing back 10 yards when Cruyff wanted to take a free kick. And obviously he couldn't give him a second yellow card. It had to be a red one, and Pollack is off. Krul then with the free kick. Well, that'll give Holland a tremendous amount of heart and a tremendous amount of incentive as Kubia turns that one in, and Murder and Tobias between them gather it up for Czechoslovakia. Well, I think Clive Thomas might have his work cut out in the half hour or so that remains. Working it well down that touchline, Holland. Kubia going in, getting a ricochet. Off Goch for another throw to Holland. The early ball floating in there. Van Hanegem is right there. Victor. And a corner for Holland. Now, is this a chance for Van Hanegem? That left foot, and it crashed against a Czech defender. Neeskens still suffering from that challenge by Pollack. Neeskens, Van Hanegem there with that cross. And Janssen with the header that went wide. So both sides down to 10 men at the moment. Pollack off the field, sent off. Neeskens trying to recover from the injury that caused Pollack to be sent off. Van Hanegem underneath this one for Holland. Cruyff turning it on. Murder got through a tremendous amount of work for Czechoslovakia tonight. Tobias losing badly there. Kapkovic back to Victor. A throw given to Czechoslovakia. And Neeskens wanting to come back on again, but hobbling very, very badly. Ivanic with the throw. Foul that time by Van Cree. Some agitation too on the Czech bench there. They're getting a little wide, a little upset. Going to play the last half hour of this game with only 10 men. 12 Van Hanegem, number 5 Ivanic. And Nehoda but beaten to it by Van Krey. The throw to Subir. Van der Kerkhoff. And Crow just recovering enough his balance to get it under control again. Cruyff wanting it. Trying to get past Masny. There's a curling cross again, and almost arrogantly stabbed away by Goch. Murder. Now Van Hanegem. Rensenbrink away on the left. We haven't seen an awful lot of Rensenbrink in this game as yet, but there's his little pass to Van Hanegem. Turn on again. But Goch getting it away once more, but a rather clumsy and not a very clever clearance there by him. As Kroll takes it up, past one. Looking for a chance now, maybe to get a shot in, but denied him. What a throw to Holland. Van Krey. Curling another cross in there. And Andrus got that away. Under the whip a little bit now, the ball still in play. Czechoslovakia, as Naiskins moving more freely now. But they're going to bring on Ruud Hels, number 13. Oh, this will come through to Subir. No, it was a foul by the Dutch. And a free kick to Czechoslovakia. Johnny Rep who's coming off. And Hales, who is on. There comes Rep. Well, he's been a prolific scorer in the Dutch First Division this season, and they badly need a goal from him now. Van Hanegem, which means, of course, that Holland have used their two substitutes. Rensenbrink, a nice little touch there. Kroll. Oh, that's got to be... well, I would have thought that's got to be yellow card time, maybe not. Foul by Murder. A free kick to Holland. And here's Cruyff. A little bit of space for him. Hit with the outside of the boot again. But Nehoda finding Murder. Played wide to Masny. Well, that looked like a nudge in the back by Van Krey. I don't think the Dutch can argue about that. Free kick to Czechoslovakia. Nehoda, Panenka, Murder in the middle. Tobias has come up as well as Masny takes this free kick. Well, what was Schreiber's doing there? He lets that fall over the back of his head. And here's Wim Subir for Holland. Van Hanegem. Good, swift, first time challenge by Tobias there. Van Hanegem to Naiskins. Subir making the overlap on the far side. Nice little cross by him. Rensenbrink with a header that was hitting a Czech defender when it looked certain to be causing Victor all sorts of problems. And so it's a throw for Holland, looking so much more dangerous in this second half. Free kick to Holland. The foul by Nehoda. They put Van der Kerkhoff in the back four now and push Naiskins forward, which gives it a much better balance, I think, as they take this free kick and they're all caught offside. Play on, says the referee. Naiskins is back there again in the back four. Nehoda. An unfair challenge there. And a free kick to Czechoslovakia. Kroll, the guilty man. Andrus coming up. Murder is there as well. What will they do? Played short, but hit straight into the wall by Murder. Ivanic trying to get in, and he was almost physically held off that ball by a Dutchman. Cruyff won't get to that one, but it'll be a throw to Czechoslovakia. Halfway through the second half now, and the Czechs still leading by that 1-0. Masny's backward header. And a throw to Holland. But they've pushed Cruyff now right up on Andres. Spent so much of the first half and the first part of his second half playing more a midfield role. He's coming a little deeper at the moment. Looking for this ball. And here it is. In fact, it bypasses Cruyff on that occasion. Van Prey finding Rob Rensenbrink. Played back again for Kroll. Again, Tobias there with the header. A nice backward flick that time by Nahoda, and away goes Masny now. Got Nahoda waiting in the middle. And he's got a corner. Breaks from defence haven't been quite so devastating in this second half. The Czechs, they might be feeling this very heavy pitch, the very greasy pitch, might be causing them to get just a little bit tired. They're not breaking with quite the snap that they showed in the first half, particularly Masny there. But here's Masny now with this corner towards the near post. Van Hanegem heading it away. Panenka. Ivanic, good shot, but wide of the post. Well, we could do with one or two ball boys here. That's Shrivers has had to go right to the far side there when Holland can ill afford to lose any moments at all. Here he is with the clearance to Neeskens. 20 minutes to go. Cruyff. Murder after him and hustling him unfairly off the ball. Cruyff wanting to get on with it and finding Kroll with a lovely pass there. Turned in once more. Tobias again with the header. Kapkovic beaten in the air. And another throw to Holland. Cruyff again. Van Hanegem. Janssen. Kroll. A shot there by the number 4, Van Prey. A slight deflection on the way, in fact. Kapkovic is down and looks as though he's hurt. No, he's on his feet again. Neeskens. Wouldn't reach Subir. Neeskens to Van Prey, to Johan Cruyff. Holland searching for a goal so desperately now. Neeskens. Everybody bar the Dutch goalkeeper well inside the Czech half of the field. Rensenbrink beaten by Nahoda. And the Czechs have got everybody back as well. Van Prey to Janssen. Played wide for Subir. Gentle little cross coming in towards Van Hanegem, and Andres beat him to it, and Van Hanegem went in with his feet high. And that's another free kick to Czechoslovakia. Played it short, it could have been dangerous, but Andres had his wits about him and turned. Nehoda, lovely touch inside. But Naiskins winning that challenge. Handball, said Panenka, but the referee didn't agree, and here's Naiskins. It'll come to Subir. Now to Janssen. Hales is up. Here's Hales. With Cruyff waiting in the middle. And Andres no goal! Well, the man who scored at one end has put the ball into his own net at the other. And it makes it 1-1. Well, that was a disaster for Czechoslovakia. And that makes it level as Hales set up a brilliant run and Andres put it into his own net. Well, what a remarkable turnabout. Certainly the Dutch had looked so much better in the second half, but they really couldn't have hoped for a streak of fortune like that. Although you have to pay credit to Hales for that tremendous running of his. Poor Andres, who put Czechoslovakia ahead with that header in the first half. And it's 1-1 now with 16 minutes to go. Well, if it's level after 90 minutes, we get extra time, and if it's still level after that, we get penalties. But the way Holland have adopted a much more business-like attitude in the second half, you wonder about that. Cruyff trying to play it short, and there was a late challenge there, it seemed to me, I think by Van Hanegem. On Andres. And it'll be a free kick. So, the Czechs come forward again. Remembering, of course, they have only 10 men, with Polak sent off the field, and Schreiber's forced to come outside his penalty area to get that one away. If anything, the pendulum is swinging more minute by minute towards the Dutch. And here's Cruyff. Well, it looks as though he was going to hurdle over Andres. And Clive Thomas reckoned he made a meal of it. So here's Andres again. Cruyff was after him, but he finds Panenka. Nehoda. Oh! That really was a wild kick there by Naiskins. Clive Thomas feeling in his pocket for a card of some colour. It's a red one! Naiskins off! They're both down to 10 men now. And they're both level at 1-1. Polak off for Czechoslovakia. Naiskins off for Holland. Oh, and Naiskins in the background there, you can see, wants to carry on with it. Clive Thomas, I'm sure, unaware that Naiskins has not yet left the field. Van Hanegem having a word with the Welsh referee. That Naiskins now being taken away. And Holland now having just equalised. And with 14 minutes left, like Czechoslovakia, are down to 10 men. Well, I said a moment ago the pendulum might be swinging Holland's way. Who knows, it could now swing the other way again. As Masny takes it up for Czechoslovakia. Panenka. Masny won't get to that one. But Cruyff will. Shielding it. Oh, Masny won that little battle in the end and got a corner. So, a corner, Czechoslovakia. Naiskins, in fact, putting the ball in the corner quadrant for him. Still can't believe he's been sent off, but Clive Thomas now calling. He's got a yellow card in his hand, and he's calling someone from away in that goal mouth towards him, and they don't know yet who it is. Is it Cruyff? Well, Cruyff has already got a yellow card in this tournament. And Cruyff is getting a yellow card and is being called exactly to where Clive Thomas wants him, and that will mean that if Holland qualify for the final, that presumably Cruyff won't play in it. But he's still standing at 1-1. And it's a throw to Czechoslovakia.
Hey.
And I think we might have a very interesting last 12 minutes, and possibly some very interesting extra time to go after that. Pivanik with a long cross towards Shrivers, ducks underneath it, a goal kick to Holland. Well, we've had thunder and we've had lightning around the skies, and we've had the same sort of thing happening on the field as well now, with two players sent off. And a yellow card for Cruyff, and Czechoslovakia coming forward again. Nehoda just beaten to that ball though by Van Krey. And needless to say, Polak and Neeskens will miss the next game for Czechoslovakia and for Holland respectively. Pivanik, Masny, Van Hanegem, Masny again, and again, taking that now. Can he get it past Van Hanegem? Play on, said the referee, and it might come to him again. This time he's caught offside as Shrivers gathers it. And a free kick to Holland. Slipped badly there. Cruyff, Kapkovic, Moda, Pivanik outside him. That's the ball for the big defender. Nehoda's waiting in the middle, but he won't get to him because the left foot of Van Hanegem saw to that. Oh, cut out there by Panenka. Here's Van Hanegem. Pivanik. And now Rensenbrink. Played inside towards Cruyff, but it wouldn't reach him and it wouldn't reach Hales. And Tobias can bring it up now for Czechoslovakia. Masny balked. I think that was a little unfair on Kroll. Van Hanegem, nudging it back, Van Krey. Subir. Subir again, taking that pass from Cruyff, very deep indeed. Hales is up there. Cruyff supporting again, here he is. A long sweeping pass to Kroll now. Bit of space there for Kroll. Curled in once more towards Cruyff. And Rensenbrink was in there as well. Subir. And Andrus winning that well in the air. Kroll. Played wide again for Subir. Left-footed this time towards Hales. Rensenbrink's there with a header too. And in the end, Panenka gets it away. Janssen. Still the pressure on Czechoslovakia. Now inside the last 10 minutes. Still at 1-1 as Andrus, the man who scored at both ends, gets it away. Here's Rensenbrink. Squirming and squirming for a chance to get in a shot as Subir puts it across the face of the goal. Goal kick to Czechoslovakia. Victor taking his time now. You can see that Andrus has taken something of a knock. Well, that was a funny old kick. I don't know whether that's to give Andrus a little more time to compose himself again. It gives a throw to Holland, and here's Wim van Hanegem. Hurdling the ball. All left foot, and a tremendous amount of skill, and Rensenbrink with a shot that's saved by Victor. The Czechs complaining that was offside, but it didn't look it to me. Well, really will be a test of the stamina of both sides, and Clive Thomas wanting that cleared up before he allowed the game to go on. This is a shot there by Rensenbrink, well covered by Victor. Holland again on the attack. Cruyff. Cross coming in, Andrus away. Moda losing it to Janssen. Rensenbrink. Great save by Victor. Well, that's two shots by Rensenbrink in the matter of a couple of minutes. And he must have been surprised himself at the amount of time that he had to get in his shot. I think our Yugoslav colleagues are having a little bit of trouble with their slow motion machine. Our apologies to you for that. And in fact, Murder now doing a little too much talking for the liking of the referee. But if the players haven't been warned by now that Clive Thomas means business with 2 sent off and a whole flurry of yellow cards as well, they never will learn. Here's Cruyff, one of the men who's had that yellow card, with the free kick now for Holland, as we come now with 6 minutes left. Curled in once more, Hales couldn't get to it. But it's Holland who are doing all the pressing now. In spite of both sides being pulled back to 10 men, it really does seem that the initiative and the verve and the flair, such as there is left now, is with the Dutch. The Czechs, who started so well and had really the better of the first half and deserved their lead, really can't complain. And it's Subir again taking it up for Holland. Gok desperate to try and get his challenge in, and it might come through to Subir again. And in the end, Czechoslovakia can get it away with Gok. But Moda won't stop that going into touch, and it'll be another throw to Holland. Free kick to Czechoslovakia. 5 minutes remaining. Of the 90 minutes, with the score tied at 1-1. And extra time beginning to beckon us, or maybe it isn't, as Hales takes it up now for Holland, with 3 other colleagues up, and not a very good cross, and Andrus making sure that time as he met it, that he wasn't going to turn it into his own goal. Left. Would start wanting to put your money on Holland now. Rob Rensenbrink with the corner for them. Now Hoda getting underneath this one. And again, helped by Panenka. Janssen for Holland. Really dominated the last 20 minutes, Holland. Towards Hales. A little flick on towards Rensenbrink, but Andrus is there. Rensenbrink playing it back for Subir. Played inside for Cruyff, only half hit that one though. Panenka. Oh, he can't play it back. Cruyff was barring the way. Played down the touchline. Murder really struggling to get after it. You get the impression that the Czechs might have shot their bolt now. Rensenbrink. Cruyff gesticulating for all he's worth, trying to conduct the whole orchestra here. But nothing came of that, and it's a throw to Czechoslovakia. About 3 minutes left. Kroll. Janssen. Van Hanegem. A foul and a free kick to Holland. Cruyff coming across to take it. His sort of position, his speciality, clipped with the outside of the boot, swerving and curling and deceiving defenders, and he curls this one with the inside of the boot, and that time it didn't deceive a defender, but it comes out to Janssen. Van der Kerkhoff, Soubier. Now will it come to Van Hanegem? He wants to get it onto that left foot and try and poke it through, but still he can't do it. Ivanic. Van Hanegem, left-footed to Cruyff. Well, he missed out completely, and it's a goal kick to Czechoslovakia. Andrus with the kick for Czechoslovakia. Too high for Masny, but not for Kroll. Van Hanegem. Well, Rensenbrink, the challenge was too strong for him. It's going to be a throw to Czechoslovakia, which Murder will take. Well, Nehoda's got away with it. Being policed by Kroll and fouled by Kroll. Free kick to Czechoslovakia. In the last minute of the game, or at least the last minute of the first 90 minutes, if it stays at this, we shall have extra time, 15 minutes each way. Masny, a little threat for Holland here. They've brought a lot of people up now, Czechoslovakia. As Masny curls it in towards Shivers, he had to punch that away, and he found Cruyff. Van Hanegem sliding in, Cruyff. Chance maybe for a Dutch counter-attack. Soubier, the defender, way up there. One of the Czechs down and injured inside, well inside the Dutch half. Soubier again to Rob Rensenbrink. But again, Czechoslovakia come away. Nehoda. Oda's up in support as well. I think it's probably Masny who's down injured. Now on his feet again. Well, that'll be bad news for Czechoslovakia if they have to go into extra time, which is beginning to look likely now. Soubier again to Van Hanegem. Playing injury time at the end of 90 minutes. Rensenbrink, Van Hanegem. Rensenbrink's going to get in there. No, he's not. Tobias. Nice little back heeler there. Ivanic making a great run down the right here. Nehoda's up there. But Kroll turning it back. Janssen. Soubier. Hales. Van Hanegem to Hales, nodding it down almost into the path of Rensenbrink, and it might come for Hales again off Van Hanegem. But instead it's a goal kick. And there are 20 very tired footballers indeed out there now. I think the last thing that anybody wanted, both in the crowd or on the pitch, in these atrocious conditions was extra time. But it looks as though we've got it right now. Indeed we have. Before that, no, he's wanting them to take it quickly. I thought that was the final blast there of 90 minutes on Clive Thomas's whistle, but no. And here are the Czechs again. Hales tackling back and winning it. Seem to have a bit more snap about them now, the Dutch, than the Czechs have. And here's Cruyff making a good run down the right. Soubier's gone into the middle there. Oh, and that took a good fist away by Victor. The fullback, in fact, finishing up in the back of the net. Tremendous run there by Soubier. Still with Cruyff. Turned across the face of that penalty area to Rensenbrink. And Victor only half saving it, Kapkovic turning it back again. And that's the end of 90 minutes. with the score standing Czechoslovakia 1, Holland 1, and it means we now go into 15 minutes each way of extra time. So we start the first period of extra time, 15 minutes, and the Czechs have brought on a substitute, their number 16, Vesely, and they've brought off their number 8, Josef Moda. 1-1, remember the score, European Championship semi-final. Holland attacking the goal to our right, and indeed they have been doing most of the attacking in that second half, and I would think they must have the edge in most people's thoughts at the moment in terms of winning this semi-final. Masny back to his number 7, Panenka. Nehoda. Vesely will get his first touch of the ball now. Busy little player on the far side, and found what a lot of players have found tonight, that it's difficult to keep your feet on this surface with the rain still bucketing down. Here's Hales, whose run led to that equalising goal, the own goal by Ondras. Hales then for Holland. Goch turning it off, Hales for a throw. Van der Kerkhoff, Van Hanegem, Subia. Nehoda. Little turn there to Panenka. And a throw to Holland. Well, if you've joined us late, score 1-1. Ondras having put Czechoslovakia ahead in the first half, putting through his own net to equalise for Holland in the second half. And 2 players sent off, one for Czechoslovakia, Polak, and Neskins of Holland. So both sides down to 10 men, and a really grueling occasion here in Zagreb. Holland making the running again, stopped by Pivanic. Tobias to Panenka, number 7. Played forward now for Vesely. Nice bit of skill. And Van der Kerkhoff there to clip that centre away. Masny. He might well feed Vesely again. Vesely in space on the right there, and now it's come to him. Nehoda waiting in the middle. Ondras has come up as well. But Shriver's just nicked it off the top of the big number 4's head. Goch again with the cross. Shriver's again with the punch. And Cruyff on the far side for Holland. Running with the ball, looking up all the time to see what's open to him, and there was nothing open there. Ondras very quick with his tackle on Nehoda. And a free kick, a foul by Van Krey. And this was Pivanic. Vesely. Played inside for Nehoda. Now can he turn and let one go? Nehoda. And he took too long. The chance was there. He thumped the ground in dismay. And it's a corner for Czechoslovakia, when it might just have been a goal. Well, it's fairly obvious, I would think, that they were going to bring Ondras up, but no, they haven't. The big number 4 staying back. Pivanic. Into the side netting, or at least behind, didn't even touch the side netting in the end, and a goal kick to Holland. Just look how deep. Building from now, Holland. Here's Van Hanegem, Cruyff inside him. Stopped by Masny. Ivanic, back to Victor. Ivanic. Kroll. Van Hanegem. Famous crouching run of his, and that marvellous left foot. Vesely. Tobias giving that one away. And here's Van Hanegem again. Subir. Played short this time to Janssen. Curl on the far side. I don't think Rensenbrink will get there. Goal kick to Czechoslovakia. And that's the first 5 minutes of this first period of extra time already passed. Remember that Holland have used both their substitutes. The Czechs have used only one of theirs, Vesely. Andres being told to quicken the taking of this kick. In fact, it's Victor who plays it short to his number 4. Oh, that was a bad throw by Victor. Andres really didn't have much of a chance to get to that one. So he kicks. This is Nehoda. But he's beaten by Van der Kerkhoff. Goch. Panenka. Kapkovic. Nehoda. Vesely on the far side. Timing his run well. But with the ball skidding off that surface, not quite well enough. Janssen for Holland. All curled in to Johan Cruyff. Here's Cruyff. Oh, he took it too far, and Andres was there to nick it off his toes. Andres again. Nehoda. Van Krij. To Kroll. Van Hanegem. Curled. Straight at Goch. Nehoda. Panenka. Nehoda. And a throw to Holland. Subir. Van der Kerkhoff to Van Krij. The long ball towards Hales. Too high for him. And a throw to Czechoslovakia. quite sure what I think Clive Thomas is indicating there quite clearly to Pivanic there that he will add on any time for any time wasting that the Czechs indulge in. In fact, they've indulged in a fair bit of it. It's almost as though they are settling for the draw and chancing everything on the penalties. A free kick to Holland. Taken quickly. Hales now. No, too quickly though for Clive Thomas. So Cruyff is there at the centre of it again with Van Hanegem. Cruyff chipping it there, but Goch got it away. Nobody up much for Czechoslovakia other than Vesely, being well looked after by Van Cruyff. And away goes Rensenbrink. Kapkovic to Masny. Van Hanegem. Oh, he shrugged off that well, Van Hanegem. Big, strong player, but that wasn't a very good pass by him. It didn't reach Subir, and here's Nehoda. Vesely has come onto this side of the field. Goch has gone up as well. Here's Goch, the defender. Brought down, linesman flagging, whistle going, free kick. Panenka will take it. Driven and straight at Van Hanegem, so he's going to have another go at it, and now Holland might have a chance to break out quickly. Cruyff right up. And I don't think that even Subir will get to that one. Kapkovic back to Victor. 4 minutes of the first period of extra time to go. And Nehoda touching it on and getting it back. From Panenka, who gets it back again. Onside, Vesely. Good decision by the linesman. But he's taken it just too far. Goal kick. Shivers with the kick. Van Hanegem. Good swift challenge though for Czechoslovakia by Tobias, and here's Nehoda. Nehoda playing it short again for Vesely. Back for Tobias. Played inside this time. This might be a chance coming up for Czechoslovakia, but Panenka's shot had no power to it. And here's Van Hanegem head over his work again as he's brought down and gives Holland a free kick. Wim Van Hanegem. Cruyff again. Stopped well though by Panenka, but a throw to Holland. 2 minutes to the end of the first period of extra time. The score still tied at 1-1 between Holland and Czechoslovakia, and a foul throw, no, taken from the wrong place there by Cruyff. Van Hanegem. Janssen. Van Cruyff. Stopped by Victor. Van Cruyff. Oh, Cruyff made a well-timed run, and Andrus made a well-timed jump as well. Tobias got through a tremendous amount of work in defence and coming forward for Czechoslovakia tonight. Masny, a rather quietish game. Nehoda in the last minute of the first period of extra time. Masny. Little drag back, looking for a yard of space, denied him by Van der Kerkhoff. And now this might be an interesting break for Holland. Rensenbrink on the far side, Cruyff over here, and a good jump by Kapkovic, holding another threat from the Dutchman. Nehoda, a little touch back for Goff. Linesman flagging for a foul on Nehoda. The referee preparing to keep the game moving as Masny now tries to get Vesely on his way. And Vesely taking it to the byline. Could be dangerous, this. Now, is there a chance going to be set up for Panenka? No, he took too long over it. And Tobias cutting out what could have been a dangerous ball to Hales. Oh, Hales might get in with this one. Across the face of the goal and pushed away by Victor. And no Dutchman was up quickly enough to be able to turn it in for what would have been a gift goal. Defensive mistake by the Czechs, though, by Pivanic. And Hales almost made something of it. That's the end of the first period of extra time. Teams will turn round and we shall get 15 minutes more. So now we go into the second period of extra time, with the score still standing at 1-1, with Holland attacking the goal to our left, with Rensenbrink on the ball at the moment. And since the end of 90 minutes, the Czechs have made two substitutions. Vesely is on, and now Djurkovic is on, with Murder and Kapkovic, the two players who are off. Here's Nehoda for Czechoslovakia, number 11. 15 minutes of this second period of extra time to go. First period of extra time with the Dutchmen, as they had in the whole of the second half of the main match, as it were, having much the better of things, and the Czechs playing, if anything, a rather cautious game, very patient game, almost as though they are settling for the draw and taking their chance on the penalties which will follow if this game ends at 1-1 after this 15 minutes that remain. So Czechoslovakia again with Masny. Pivanic, who made a bad mistake just before the end of the first period of extra time that very nearly let in Hales. Djurkovic, Nehoda. Played on again towards Djurkovic, but an offside, even though that came off a Dutchman. The infringement was there and the flag was up as the ball was played. Ball played short by Cruyff to Van Hanegem. Tobias struggling to keep his feet. Andres right back there, playing it back to Victor. Masny. Played in for Djurkovic. Well, at least the Czechs with Vesely and Djokovic have two fairly fresh faces, and two sets of fresh legs in their side, which could be important. Little things like that might just tilt the balance a bit, although the Dutch, in fact, have looked a better side from the first 45 minutes onward. And here's Cruyff. Janssen, who has worked tremendously hard. Not a spectacular player, but he's got through a tremendous amount of graphs. Cruyff finding Hales. Got Rensenbrink up as well, but there are 5 Czechs who are back. And Tobias playing it quite casually almost as it comes out again to Panenka. Nice little touch there to Djokovic. And away they go again with Masny. 4 up, 4 back. Djokovic. Vesely. The Dutch slow to bring people back, and they are still outnumbered. And now with Vesely, he might get a shot at goal. Now he's given offside. Well, maybe the Dutch are beginning to feel the pace a little bit as well, because they were certainly slow to bring players back there as the Czechs came forward. And here's Van Hanegem for Cruyff. Hales is up, and Silbeer has made a great run on the far side. That was a nasty challenge there by Djokovic. The free kick quickly taken with Hales. Rensenbrink couldn't stop it.